of the Pacific. So let's go and check it out. Look, I didn't expect them to be like a digital where you can like touch it. So here you go. I'm gonna go up over there and touch it. So guys, here it is. It's like it kind of gives like a rubbery, oceany, textury feel. All right, let's go. So on to the next one. So guys, as you can see, we have these holes with the see-through. It's really cool. They have some oceany stuff in there, so let's go check those out. Whoa guys, look at this. It's really cool. Guys, so as you can see, we have these live action with fish in them aquarium. So let's go and check those out. So hi guys, so right now we are here at what we call the Blue Cavern. So the Blue Cavern, here you go. We're gonna check out some fish. We'll be right back. So welcome. barrier. Genealogy of amphibians, so let's go check it out.
baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh, baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling when the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
beaches where I always make you laugh, to the forest where we found a hidden path, to the summertime of 2005, when we were still alive, when we were still alive.
We'll talk about those a little bit later. And the last one here, it's a little bit tricky. Need to breathe air. Exactly. Wow, you guys are so smart. Yes, they need to come up to the surface and breathe air just like us. So those 5 characteristics is what we share with all of these marine mammals here. Now these guys here are part of the pinniped family, which means fin-footed. So just as I was mentioning, we can probably see a little bit right here. They do have kind of those fin feet here. And that helps them out in the ocean. In the sea, exactly. It helps them right out there, swimming around in the water, and the kelp forest that they live in. They need to see? They do need to see. They actually have to have really good vision to try to find those food sources. That's great. So is anyone here's favorite animal a seal or a sea lion? Cool, 4 hands. Tough crowd. Okay, well maybe they'll look you over at the end here, because these are some of my favorite animals to watch and to see them and get to explore their habitat and talk about why they're so important to our coast. Now, is there any initial observations we noticed as we're watching these guys here get ready to get fed?
Me, I like it. I like it.
They are swimming. They're swimming pretty fast, right? So they're nice and excited and they have a whole lot of energy. Yes. They are really excited. They know exactly what time it is. So they have pretty good internal clocks. And they know when they hear my voice, their feeding probably coming pretty soon. So yeah, we're going to get to see some of those. They are very big. Are they all really big? Oh, right. The Pacific harbor seals look a little bit smaller. So we might talk about how that's really beneficial to the separate environments that they live in. So all of those things are things we're going to try to point out for you guys in a little bit. And we're going to get to see them do some pretty fun stuff, hopefully. And we're going to be joined on the inside by our team of biologists. Now, those are the people who take care of all these animals here at the aquarium. And they're going to show us how a feeding session runs. So our mammalogists are really good at remembering who they are. They have very defining characteristics on their faces. And although we can't really see it so much when they're running around and swimming everywhere, we're going to get to see them a little bit closer. So you can see like this guy right here, he's really big. So we know that's our big guy Parker there. But they all have different characteristics, just like you and I. We all look a little different. So once again, just a couple of moments, they'll be joining us. Oh, right on cue. So here's our team of mammalogists. Let's give them all a round of applause. members. Another more appreciation. And in just a couple of moments, we'll be joined by somebody else on the inside that'll kind of help us run through what's going to be going on here today. So let's everyone say hi to my friend Eloisa. Hi, Eloisa.
Hi everybody, how's everyone doing today? Awesome. Looks like our students are also doing really well this afternoon. And so we're really happy that you can join us here this weekend. Now, Kiana, I did hear you introduce our seals and sea lions earlier, connecting us with them by talking about those characteristics of mammals. Now, apart from being mammals, they're also categorized as marine mammals, which means they're going to have their own set of adaptations that'll help them survive in these waters that we've got right off of our own coast. So, Kiana, can you tell me a little bit what you've talked about so far?
Well, we actually got people to mention how they are bigger and smaller, some of that coloration that we're seeing. So a lot of the adaptations that we're already being able to see up front.
Yeah, that's a really good observation. One of the best ways we can learn about our nature around us. So, I think one of the best ways we can start with is just by their natural appearance. Now, I did hear you talk a little bit about coloration, which is really awesome. Now we've got our harbor seals here on the beach. We can really look at that nice speckled coloration. Somebody said the other day that it looks a little bit like salt and pepper. And so it's really pretty. It makes them a really unique animal to take a look at. But that color is also going to help them out, especially when they're swimming around kelp forest habitats. Kiana, can you tell us a little bit about what that will help them with?
Yeah, exactly. So that coloration is called disruptive camouflage. And with that, they're able to better hide in kelp forests where the visibility is not that great due to not very much sunlight from those kelps entering, and they're able to hide from predators as well as better look for their prey down in those kelp forests. Now, we heard some giggling from our crowd here. Going hand in hand with diving down those kelp forests, why are they moving around in that manner?
Well, as you can see, especially as we got one of our harbor seals on the beach there, that nice jiggly motion has actually a word for it. We actually call it scalumping, which literally means to move in a clumsy manner. They are really, really good at that. But one of the big reasons why they move around that way is because they've got that thick, insulating layer of fat that we call blubber. Now, blubber is really important to our marine mammals off of our own coast because it is very, very cold in our Southern California waters. But I've shown guys who's been to the beach here before. Yeah, we can attribute to how cold they can get out there in the water. And so having that extra layer of fat is going to help them to stay warm. It's also going to help them out as they are swimming around those kelp forest habitats, looking for stealing fish and squid and other small crustaceans to eat. And so it's going to help them to conserve their energy and keep them buoyant as they're looking for food in the water. Now, we just got a really good look at our harbor seal really slapping that nice thick layer of fat with its small front flippers. And so speaking of those front flippers, you'll see that it's one of their best attributes, and it doesn't really help them out very much in land or walk around for that matter, but it does help them out really well in the water. Isn't that right, Fiona?
That is true. So as you can see, they can't really do much with them on the land. However, in the water, they're going to use those front flippers almost as airplane wings to help them steer through the water. And by using those back flippers, they're able to propel themselves and better navigate those kelp forest environments, as it's not a really easy place to swim around in. Now, talking about swimming around in kelp forests and diving down deep for those food sources, they have another really interesting adaptation that helps them better look for their food. Isn't that right, Elisa?
That's correct. So apart from being really talented swimmers, they're also going to be really talented at holding their breath when they're going down. When they're going down to look for that food to eat. And so let's start with a show of hands. How many of you can hold your breath for about 30 seconds? Okay, who have a couple hands? Keep your hands up if you can hold your breath for a minute. All right, what about a minute and a half? Wow, some of you are pretty talented. Well, I think our harbor seals have unique. They can hold their breath for up to 30 minutes. And that's going to be really important when they're looking for food, getting away from predators, or wanting to take naps just underneath the surface. Now, looks like our California sea lions have started to take the stage here. You can definitely hear them. They're ready to talk about themselves. Now, looking in... I'll translate for him. He said that he's got a couple of adaptations that are going to look a little bit differently. And we're getting a nice view of that right now with those front flippers. Isn't that right, Giotto?
Yes, so as you saw those really large front flippers, they're going to use those to propel You get all that power when they're running around up on the rocks as well as swimming through the water to catch up with their food, like schooling fish and squid. So they're gonna be able to walk up on land just like we're seeing our sea lion currently doing right there. And that's really helpful for them, isn't that right, Eloisa?
Absolutely. And so that porpoising motion that we just saw, where they jump up and out of the water into the air, is really important because there's less drag and less friction when they jump up and out of the water that way. And so it's going to help them when they're maneuvering around in the ocean looking for the schooling fish and squid that they also like to eat, and also to get away from their predators. That goes hand in hand with another adaptation that they use in conjunction with those strong front flippers. And it's actually going to be something that we have in common with them. It's going to be those rotating hips. Isn't that right, Fiona?
Yeah, so similar to how we can rotate our hips, they can too. And that helps you be nice and agile up on land and in the water. And although they do have some predators out in the ocean, does anyone here happen to know what might be some of their predators? Yes. An orca, that's one of them, and maybe one more. Sharks, exactly, orcas and sharks. And that's pretty big animals that they're going to try to outswim, and they might not be able to outswim them, but they definitely can outmaneuver them with those that helps the ocean. Yes, he's agreeing with me. He doesn't like orcas or sharks either.
Absolutely. And so, with all of that being said, all these adaptations that our harbor seals and sea lions have, they're actually doing really well out on our own coast right now, which is a good sign. We have the honor and privilege of getting to see them right off of our own harbor if we take a look out of the aquarium. Now, my friends, with all that being said, once again, there is something that is affecting them, and it is the food that they eat that is not doing so well. That's schooling fish and squid. Now, it looks like our time here on the beach is up, so I'm going to let Kiana take over and talk to you a little bit about those food sources and why they're so important to protect. I'll be out there in a couple minutes to answer any additional questions.
Yeah, so thanks to our mammalogist team and to Eloisa. Let's give them one last round of applause. And Eloisa will come out and join me in a little bit. But yes, that's what we're talking about. Our seals and sea lions are doing great. So they're actually protected by the Marine Mammal Protection Act. So we are not allowed to interfere with them in any single way. However, their food sources, unfortunately, are not going to be doing as great. As we use fossil fuels and we make our impact with climate change, we are seeing our oceans warm. And with that, it's moving those food sources that they love to eat into colder waters, which will mean that we might not see these guys year-round off of our coast. And we want to make sure we're able to see them here, because that means we have a healthy population and a healthy ocean. Now, there are some things you can do in your everyday life, and it could be something as simple as eating seafood. Show me. Who likes to eat seafood? Don't worry, the fish can't hear you. Yeah, so eating seafood is a great option because we're using less energy and less land to produce those proteins that we love to eat. Mix that with veggies and some more fruits. You're eating a healthy diet, and in turn, you're making a healthier ocean. Now, you also being here today with us is a great step in the right direction as you're able to take all the stuff that you learned today and share it with your community. And hopefully, we can all do our part to help keep our animals right here off of our ocean backyard. Now, I want to thank you all for joining us here today. We are a nonprofit here at the Aquarium, so every dollar you spend goes right back into the care of our animals as well as any restoration program that we are a part of. So for that, I want to thank you all. If anyone has any questions, we will be standing here, and if not, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the Children's Festival.